We are live with another one, guys. We are live with another one. The mic is hot, guys. Okay, you already know what this is. This is OE MMA TV. I'm your host, OE. Like and subscribe if you are new to the channel. It takes minimal effort to give me the thumbs up, so you might as well do it. Thank you for supporting independent MMA media, guys. And like I always say, this is your channel, the only channel where the fans come first, not last. All right, guys, you already know what this is, okay? This is my UFC fight predictions for UFC 321, headlined by Cyril Gane versus Tom Aspinall. Guys, as it goes for 2025, when it comes to my UFC fight predictions, I'm 238 wins and 158 losses, okay? I repeat, that's 238 wins and 158 losses when it comes to my 2025 UFC fight prediction, guys. I'm going to go through these fight predictions for UFC 321 rapid fire, okay? So stick with me. All right, let's start right from the bottom. We got Jacqueline Amaram, Jacqueline Amaram versus Mizuki Inu. Jacqueline is 3-0. Okay, she is 3-0. Great grappler. Great Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu skills. She has some, abilities to get some submissions as well. She has good hands. Okay, the girl got good hands with some power. Okay, with some power as well. Okay. And Jacqueline, let me tell you something. Jacqueline is not afraid to engage, guys. Okay, the girl is not afraid. She's right there in the pocket. She doesn't care, about getting hit. She's willing to step in the fire, willing to step in the void. When it comes to Mizuki Inu, okay, she is 1-1 in her last two fights. Okay, but guys, she's a good striker, good mixed martial arts skills, good all around, striker, good all around mixed martial arts fighter. Usually with her striking, she uses her volume to her advantage. But my only concern with Mizuki is that she's only had two fights in the last 5 years, guys. Two fights in the last 5 years. Sorry, Mizuki, I can't pick you. I'm going for Jacqueline. I think Jacqueline will continue her winning streak. Like I said, great grappler, good Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu, excuse me. Good hands, got some power. She's not afraid to engage. I'm picking Jacqueline to win this, guys. All right, moving on. We got Azat Maxim. Okay, Azat Maxim versus Mitch Raposa. Okay, Mitch Raposa is, 0-2, guys. Okay, 0-2 in his last two fights, guys. Azat is 1-1 in his last two fights. Okay, when it comes to Mitch, he has good boxing. He has good boxing, good striker. Mostly, he's a tough guy. Okay, when it comes to Mitch, he's just a tough son of a bitch. You know what I mean? But when it comes to his overall game, like when it comes to mixed martial arts, when these guys try to put it all together, I don't think Mitch is there yet, guys. I just don't. I don't think Mitch has it all put together. Is he a good striker? Good boxing, tough guy? Sure. But when it comes to a overall game, I don't think Mitch is there, guys. When it comes to Azat, he's very fast, guys. Very fast twitch movements. Okay, very dangerous. All right, because of that fast twitch movements. Azat has great technique. Okay, he has great technique. And not only that, but he's totally talented, guys. Azat is totally talented. Okay, don't get me wrong. He has two bad losses, but guys, if you look at his record and look at his losses, they're against the who's who. Okay, so if I'm going to pick somebody, guys, I'm going to go with the more experienced Azat Maxim to beat Mitch. I just think Mitch doesn't have it all together when it comes to mixed martial arts. So I'm picking Azat to beat him and take that fight, guys. All right, moving on, guys. Okay, we got Hamdi Abdul, versus Chris Barnett. Hamdi Abdul, he is. I don't give a fuck what his record is right now. Hamdi is an Olympic wrestler that doesn't even use his Olympic wrestling. Can you imagine that, guys? Can you imagine that? An Olympic wrestler that doesn't even use his wrestling to his advantage in mixed martial arts. Cardio for Hamdi Abdul? Cardio is awful, guys. Cardio sucks. All right, there is no cardio. All right, Hamdi is basically, if you could imagine a ghost walking around in a cemetery with a shovel, that is what Hamdi Abdul is, okay? He is that guy. When it comes to Chris Barnett, okay, he is 1-2 in his last 3. The heavyweight division is in shambles. Okay, but Chris, let me tell you something. The guy is crazy. He really is. He's crazy. The guy is crazy. He'll do a spinning back kick, flying elbow, flying Superman punch, okay, and he'll land it. And he'll go for it too. Just crazy ass son of a bitch he is, okay, when it comes to Chris Barnett. Super athletic, and you'll be surprised because, I mean, if you take one good look at Chris Barnett, you would not think this man is athletic, okay? Athletic can't even come up into words in your mind when you take a look at Chris Barnett, all right? But he is, surprisingly, okay, he is super athletic, all right? And he's a fun fighter. You want to watch Chris Barnett. You want to watch his fights. The guy's entertaining. He might, like I said, he might just go in there and might do a fucking front flip cartwheel flip and finish the guy. So, guys, I'm going for Chris Barnett to take this fight. I just don't believe in Hamdi. The dead body of Hamdi. Cardio sucks. Olympic wrestler that doesn't even use his wrestling. Okay, so fuck Hamdi. I'm going with Chris Barnett, guys. All right. Moving on. Hello, Ashley. How you doing? What liquor would you bathe in if you could use fresh water anymore? I have no idea. Guys. All right, guys. We got Nathan Woods. All right, I'm gonna call him Nathan Woods. We got Nathan Wood versus Jose Delgado. Okay, Nathan Wood is 2-1. Okay, Jose Delgado is 2-0. Okay, in his last 2 fights. When it comes to Nathan, I mean, guys, he has good wrestling. You know what I mean? Like, his takedown ability is really good. All right, and when he does take you down, he has good control on the ground, guys. Okay, good control on the ground. And when you look at his record, when you look at Nathan's record, I mean, guys, he has some good wins underneath his record, underneath his belt. The guy has some good wins. All right, and that comes with experience. Now, when it comes to Jose Delgado, I mean, he's a good striker. He usually uses his range to his advantage. I mean, he has power in his hands. He's not known, for knocking out people. He's not known to be like a Mike Tyson or anything like that. But he has some power. You know what I mean? Jose Delgado does have some power in his hands. His takedown defense, it's okay. It's okay. I'm not gonna say it's the best, but it's okay. But like I said, Jose Delgado is not known for getting huge finishes. And when it comes to Nathan Woods, I mean, I think his wrestling ability and his ability to control, his opponents on the ground, I think that's going to, come to his advantage. And not only that, but like I said, Nathan Woods has some great wins underneath his belt. And I do think he has the more experience when it comes to, their longevity in this game. So if I had to pick somebody, guys, I'm gonna go with Nathan Woods to beat Jose Delgado. Okay, I'm picking Nathan Woods to take it, guys. Moving on. All right. You have big nostrils. You must require a lot of air. You know it. You should check out what my CO2 is, man. What are you talking about? It doesn't make sense. I tried to understand you. That's too bad, man. This is my UFC fight predictions for UFC 321, guys. When the UFC 321, guys, it is on Saturday. This Saturday is UFC 321, headlined by Cyril Gane and Tom Aspinall. All right, guys, moving on. We got Abdul Kareem. Okay, Abdul Kareem versus damn. Mathis Cameo. I'm gonna call him Mathis. Mathis Cameo versus Abdul Kareem. Mathis Cameo, he is 0-1 in his last, one fight. Abdul Kareem, he's also 0-1. This is the battle of 0-1 record, guys. Okay. The only difference between these two fighters and their record is honestly one loss. Abdul Kareem lost by KO. Okay. And Mathis Cameo, I mean, guys, he lost by submission in his last fight. Abdul Kareem, good MMA skills. He's very fast when it comes to his stand-up game. Good striker. I think when it comes to Abdul Kareem, I think he wants to fight to be a striking affair. You know what I mean? He'd rather it be a striking affair. He doesn't want it to be like a mixed martial arts fight. He'd rather it, keep it standing on the feet. Now, Mathis Cameo, I mean, the guy's crazy. All right, the guy is crazy. I mean, the guy embraces just chaos. Okay, he throws caution into the fucking wind. Okay, he throws punches with reckless abandonment. All right, that is what Mathis Cameo is, and that is his style. And I think that's the reason why he's going to get knocked the fuck out, guys. I think Abdul Kareem is going to actually go in there and most likely get a KO early first round or second round due to the reckless abandonment of Mathis Cameo. Okay, I'm picking Abdul Kareem to take this fight, guys. All right, moving on. We got Ludovic Klein, okay, versus Matus Rebecki, okay. Klein, he is 2-0 in his last two fights. One draw, okay, one draw. Matus Rebecki, he is 1-2, okay, 1-2 in his last three fights. When it comes to Rebecki, I mean, Rebecki is a fucking dog, guys. Okay, imagine a fucking pit bull, okay, just strapped onto a fucking tree, just staring at a pile of meat. Okay, that is what Rebecki is. Okay. Just put that image in your mind. That is Rebecki. He's a fucking dog. All right. He really is. He's a fucking dog. Good grappler. Okay. Good grappler. But he's sloppy, guys. When it comes to his striking, he's super sloppy. I don't like his stand-up. He's not really technical when it comes to his stand-up. But man, Rebecki, he goes for it, man. The motherfucker is a dog. He don't give a shit. He don't give a damn if he's going to take the L. He'd rather die in his shield than not even give an entertaining fight. But when it comes to Klein, guys, he's a good striker, good wrestler, great technique, way better technique than Rebecki, I can tell you that much. And I just think he's a better overall mixed martial arts fighter, guys. I really do. Don't get me wrong. I like Rebecki. I like his reckless abandonment type of style as well. But he's just a little bit too sloppy for me, guys. A little bit too sloppy when it comes to his technique, and I think Klein has just a cleaner technique of the two. So I'm gonna go with Klein to take this one, okay, and continue his winning streak, guys. All right, so I'm going for Klein, Ludovic Klein to win this one, guys. All right, moving on. Shirley Klein gets the dub. Well, that's what I got going on, Chris. That's what I got going on. All right, I got Ikram Eleskarov. All right, Ikram Eleskarov versus Jung Young Park. Guys, like and subscribe if you are new to the channel, okay? Like I always say, all right? This is your channel. I am just the pilot, okay? The only channel where the fans come first, not last. All right, guys. When it comes to Ikram Aliskerov, I mean, he's 2-1 in his last three fights. Jung Young Park, he's 2-1 as well. All right, in his last three fights. Jung Young Park, he's a good mixed martial arts fighter. The guy is good everywhere. He really is. He's good everywhere. He's a tough son of a bitch. you don't ever see Jung Young Park out of a fight. You know what I mean? He's always there. But you know, when it comes to Jung Young Park, he's a decision merchant. All right. Honestly, he's a decision merchant. He tries to beat you with points. And when it comes to Ingram, I mean, he's a good striker. His ground game is really good. When he takes you down, he has abilities to really, you know, control you. Now, when it comes to Ingram, yeah, his stand-up, his striking technique, it does need a lot of work. But I don't know. In this fight, I like Ingram. I like Ingram in this fight. I mean, yeah, he got KO'd last by Robert Whittaker, but that's Robert Whittaker, guys. All right, the Reaper in that damn division. All right. But I'm not gonna pick Jung Young Park, guys. I'm not. I'm gonna pick Ingram. I'm gonna pick Ingram Aliskerov to win this fight. I'm gonna pick Ingram Aliskerov to win this fight, most likely by submission, guys. Moving on, guys. I'm picking Ingram to win that one, guys. We got Alexander Rakic versus Azimat. Okay, let me read some of these comments. And don't call me Shirley. If Purge wins, I'm doing 20 shots of soju. Iron Turtle got that dog in him. I hear you guys. I hear you. All right, we got Alexander Rakic versus Azimat. Guys, Azimat is 3-0. Okay, 3-0. All right, in his last 3 fights. All right, Azimat, good wrestling, good striking, good hands. All right, and not only that, but Azimat has capabilities to knock your ass out. All right, the guy has knockout fucking power. All right. Now, when it comes to Alexander Rakic, I mean, he's a good striker. Good striker. He usually fights, you know, he usually keeps his distance when he fights. He like using that distance management. He tries to outpoint you. He suffers some tough losses. I mean, in his last 3 fights, Alexander Rakic, he's 0-3, but that's against the who's who, guys. That's against the who's who, but he has an ability to get knocked out. Okay, he really does. Good striker, good footwork. I just think Alexander Rakic. I don't think he's gotten the right opponents. You know what I mean? I really don't. I really don't think he's gotten the right opponent. I mean, Jiri Prochazka, that was a perfect opponent for him, but he wasn't prepared for that onslaught. He wasn't prepared for that fucking chaos. If I had to pick somebody right now, I'm going to go with Azimat, guys. I think Azimat is going to continue his winning streak. He's most likely going to go for another knockout. I mean, his last 2 opponents got knocked the fuck out. So I'm going to pick Azimat, most likely get a KO, TKO early in this fight. I don't think Rakic is going to beat Azimat. All right, moving on, guys. How you doing? Pretty MSB baby. That's a long ass name, but hello. Azimat versus Rakic. John Cena and Don Mysterio at who you got? I got Mysterio. All right, I'll be murking by. It'll be a murking by Murzak. Yeah, I can't pronunciate Azimat's last name, guys. Okay, I can't pronunciate his last name, but it is what it is. All right, guys, moving on. I do have Azimat winning that fight against Rakic. Moving on, we got Alexander Volkov versus Jailton Almeida. What's good, gang? Dean, what is going on with you? Blessings to you. Do you take song requests? No, I don't take any song requests, my guy. Guys, like and subscribe if you are new to the channel. Run up these likes, run up these subscriptions. Do me the favor, support the community. This is my UFC fight predictions for UFC 321, headlined by Tom Aspinall and Cyril Gane, guys. All right, we got Alexander Volkov. I mean, guys, what can I say? He's a legend, okay, in that fucking heavyweight division that's in shambles, okay? Alexander Volkov is a staple in that division. Okay? Let me make sure my mic is hot. Um, Look, he has a lot of experience. Alexander Volkov, he has a lot of experience. Lengthy type of guy, really tall, uses his distance. He has phenomenal striking. His wrestling defense is good as well. He's 2-1 in his last 3 fights. Jayton Almeida, I mean, guys, what can I say about him? Great wrestling. All right, he has a lot of ability to take you down to the ground, and once he takes you down to the ground, I mean, phenomenal Brazilian jiu-jitsu. I mean, most likely the best Brazilian jiu-jitsu in that heavyweight division, okay? Just purely dominating anybody he puts on the ground with his Brazilian jiu-jitsu. But when it comes to Jolton Almeida, guys, he is 2-1 in his last 3 fights. You know, this was a tough one for me, guys. This was a tough one for me. You know, but when I look at Jayton Almeida, you know, he got KO'd by Curtis Blades. Look, I like Curtis Blades, but if you're getting KO'd by Curtis Blades, then I think the possibilities of you getting caught and KO'd by Alexander Volkov is a high probability. Okay? So for those reasons, guys, I'm gonna have to pick Alexander Volkov to go in there and beat Jayton Almeida by most likely TKO. I'm going with Alexander Volkov, guys. That's my pick. Somebody says, bye. Volkov wins. Aspinall gets lit up finally. Durush wins to Almeida by cuddles. All right, guys. We're making way, guys. We are making fucking way, guys. All right, we got Umar Nurmagomedov, guys, versus Mario Batista. Mario Batista is 3-0 in his last 3 fights. Umar Nurmagomedov is 2-1 in his last 3 fights. When it comes to Mario Batista, I mean, he's a good striker. I mean, all-around mixed martial arts fighter. Mario Batista has phenomenal technique. Okay, and not only that, guys, but he also did us the favor of beating the dead body of Patchy Mix, guys. The dead body of Patchy Mix. Thank you so much, Mario Batista, for that one. You know what I mean? When it comes to Umar Nurmagomedov, guys, I mean, what is there to say? I mean, good striker, okay? Good wrestler, okay? Great mixed martial arts skills. Comes from a great training camp. I mean, his only loss is against the champ, and that's Marab, the machine. Okay, so it's hard for me to pick against Umar Nurmagomedov, guys, all right? I'm just being honest. I like the winning streak that Mario Batista is in. I like his style, but I just think Umar Nurmagomedov is just too much, guys. I think Umar Nurmagomedov takes this one. Most likely by unanimous decision, guys. All right, moving on, guys. Hi from Japan, blessings. Welcome to the channel, man. All right, like and subscribe, guys, if you are new to the channel, okay? Welcome to your channel or welcome to your chat all the way from Japan. Have you seen a prospect meet Aspinall is still Aspinall's gay? That's what I read right there. All right, guys. We have made it, okay? We have made it to the co-main event of the evening, okay? Co-main event of the evening. This is for the vacant, okay? This is for the vacant strawweight strap, all right? And we have Verna Jandiroba. Verna Jandiroba. Sorry about that, guys. Verna Jandiroba versus Mackenzie Dern. Mackenzie Dern is 2-1 in her last 3 fights. Verna is 3-0 in her last 3 fights. Verna, let me tell you something. She has great wrestling. She has good enough Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu. She comes with a lot of experience. And when it comes to Mackenzie Dern, I mean, her wrestling is fucking awful. Mackenzie Dern is fine as hell. Okay? The last thing I want to say is anything bad about Mackenzie Dern, especially with that fat ass. Okay? Pure facts, guys. But when it comes to Mackenzie Dern, guys, her wrestling is fucking awful. All right? She has virtually no ability to take the fight to the ground. All right? But let me tell you something. When the fight does hit the ground, Mackenzie Dern is better than anybody in Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu. Massive, massive advantage when it comes to Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu. But the problem here is she cannot take the fight to the ground because her wrestling is awful. Okay? Her hands, they're okay. Mackenzie Dern's, her striking has been improving, but guys, it still needs to improve. Okay? There's still things that Mackenzie Dern needs to work on. All right? And it's not that fat ass that she needs to work on. All right? Is her mixed martial arts skills. All right? That fat ass is perfection. Okay? Now, when it comes to Verna, I mean, guys, like I said, great wrestling. Okay? When she takes you down, great control. She has good enough Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu that I don't see her getting in trouble against Mackenzie Dern. And not only that, guys, but Verna lost against Mackenzie Dern 5 years ago. So I know for a fact, especially for the strap, Verna is going to want to take this one back. Okay? So I'm picking Verna Jandiroba to beat Mackenzie Dern, guys. All right, guys. Somebody says bathroom break. Nobody cares about women fights, bro. That's messed up. Bathroom break. Oh, needs to do better by that girl. That's messed up. Her striking is ordinary. Chin way up. Come rushing in. Somebody says duck. All right, guys. We made it finally, guys. We made it to the main event of the evening, guys. This division is in shambles. All right, this heavyweight division is in shambles. I said it, guys. The only thing that can revive this heavyweight division is Alex Pereira walking into that heavyweight division and reviving it. All right, there's nobody else that can do that. All right, the heavyweight division is in shambles. Grab every one of those heavyweights, lay them down in a freeway, and run them over. All right, minus, Derek Lewis, because I like Derek Lewis. All right, I already mentioned that. All right, but lay them all down and run them over. This heavyweight division is in shambles. But as we have it, guys, UFC 321 is headlined by Tom Aspinall versus Cyril Gane for the heavyweight strap. Finally, for the heavyweight strap, okay? Guys, I would love to say that I'm going to go pick Cyril Gane. I would love to be that jackass to say that I think Cyril Gane is going to win this fight. But guys, I'm going to go with Tom Aspinall. Do I like Tom Aspinall? No. Does he have a lot of capabilities? Yes. Is his wrestling and Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu better than Cyril Gane's? Definitely. Is Cyril Gane a part-time fighter? Facts. Okay. Look, guys. Can Cyril Gane go in there and surprise everybody and get a vicious knockout? Yes, he has every capabilities when the fight is standing on its feet. But when it comes to an overall mixed martial arts fight, Tom Aspinall has a huge advantage. The guy is a black belt in Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu. Good wrestling. Great striking. No fucking head movement. Virtually no head movement, okay? But overall, Tom Aspinall has all the advantages against Cyril Gane. Pure facts. So I'm going to have to pick Cyril Gane to take this fight, guys. All right, guys. That is my UFC fight predictions for UFC 321. Okay, and as it stands for 2025, guys, when it comes to my UFC fight predictions, I'm 238 wins and 158 losses, guys. That's 238 wins and 158 losses. That, guys, that's way above 500. We're gonna continue getting these dubs, and hopefully, we can get more dubs with UFC, 321. But we shall see, guys. We shall see. Let me read some of these comments before I'm out of here. Need Francis versus Aspinall. That is a good one. I would love that, but I don't think Francis Ngannou will be coming back to the UFC, let alone the PFL either. What about Islam versus Ilya? Well, what about that fight? I mean, what about it? I mean, I see Islam beating Ilya, if I had to pick someone right now. Why don't you like Aspinall? He is the most likable right now. Well, I don't like Tom Aspinall just for the simple fact that, I just don't like him. He needs to do more, in my opinion. He needs to do more for me to like him. But then again, it's not his job to make me like him. Okay, I just don't like him. He doesn't he doesn't, you know what I mean? It's just not there with me and Tom Aspinall, to be honest with you. I mean, is he a good guy? Good mixed martial arts fighter? Of course. I just don't like his personality, I guess. Bro, tell me who wins or has more advantage. Islam versus Ilya. In my opinion, look, I like Ilya Taporia. I like Ilya Taporia a lot. He has a lot of capabilities. I mean, he's been showing he can knock out anybody at any given day. But when it comes to Islam, I mean, he comes from a training camp that they don't lose. Those guys don't lose. Islam, he's not used to losing. He's only lost one time, by a surprise KO, and it hasn't happened, since then. When it comes to Islam, he has a lot of capabilities as well. Excuse me. His striking has, been improving. I mean, he showed it with his Dustin Poirier fight. Striking has, been improving. His Brazilian jiu-jitsu skills and his ability to finish the fight has been improving as well. If I had to pick somebody right now, like I said, guys, I'm gonna go with Islam. I think Islam beats Ilya. He has more capabilities. Let me see. Tommy's excited to watch. He irons everyone out in the first round. I mean, I hear you, but that's the big question. That's the big question with Tom Aspinall. That's what I'm afraid of. That's the reason why actually, it's a big what if. What if? Because nobody has seen Tom Aspinall get in trouble. We've never seen Tom Aspinall actually, have to fight through adversity. So how about if Cyril Gane goes in there in the first round and oh my God, he does something amazing and he rocks Tom Aspinall and now Tom Aspinall has to fight through adversity. That's what I want to see. I want to see if Tom Aspinall has the capabilities to fight through adversity, because if he can, that's what's up. But if he can't, sad story, guys. Sad story. Yes, he knocks out everybody in the first round, but it's kind of good and bad. You know what I mean? Somebody says, fair enough, brother. That's because he's good. That reminds me of when people say boxers haven't been hit yet. That's the sport to hit and avoid being hit. Yeah, I guess so. I guess so, man. I guess so. Look, I'm just stating the obvious, man, when it comes to, Tom Aspinall. Yes, Tom Aspinall has the ability to finish the fight very quickly, but it leaves you with a question mark. Can Tom Aspinall fight through adversity? We don't know that because we haven't seen that yet. So we're gonna see. We're gonna see if Cyril Gane can go in there and put Tom Aspinall into some, dangerous positions. But we're gonna see. We're gonna see. I like your tales. I like your tales usually, but I like your takes usually, but not with you on this one. I'm afraid. I understand what you're saying. I mean, it's just the truth. It's just the truth. Look, I totally understand what you're saying. I understand what you're saying that Tom, he basically knocks out everybody in the first round. Yes, that's a good thing. That's a positive thing. But like I said, it leaves a question mark because we've never seen Tom Aspinall fight through adversity. Like I said, we've never seen that. You know what I mean? So, when that day comes, will he be able to push through? I don't know. I'm not sure. We all saw what happened to RDR yesterday. He quit right on the stool. Nobody expected that. Just saying, guys. Just saying. Heavyweight is very unpredictable. Anything connects, you go down. Islam should restrict himself to wrestling against Ilya, as Ilya is more lethal on striking. I agree with you. I'm from the same town as Tom, so maybe I'm biased. I have some inside info about Tom if you're interested. Let me know. Let me know some info. I'm always interested. I'm always interested in some inside info. You know what I mean? And if you are from the same town, big ups to what is it? England? They're from England, right? He's from England, so big ups to y'all. You know what I mean? Big ups to y'all. You know what I mean? Let me know the inside. Let me know the inside news. Let me know the inside scoop. Manchester, England, brother. Manchester, England. All right. Well, big ups to Manchester, England, man. All right. Big ups to Manchester, England. I mean, you guys are doing big things over there. You know what I mean? You guys are doing big things over there. I mean, Tom Aspinall, comes from over there. Michael Bisping, if I'm not mistaken, came from over there. I mean, you guys are doing something right over there. Yo, Chimaev called out Alex, and Alex said, "I'm not. I am interested in super fights only. What are your opinion on it?" Look, I agree. I agree with Alex. I don't think Chimaev versus Alex is, it doesn't tickle my pickle, so to speak. You know what I mean? But when you say Alex Pereira versus Tom Aspinall, my ears perk up. You say Alex Pereira versus John Jones, my dick gets hard. So that's my opinion on that, man. Apparently, his sparring partner have said he doesn't tire, as he does 5 guys in 5 rounds. They say he's still as competitive in the 5th as he is in the 1st. That can be very much true. That can be very much true. I heard stories about John Jones. I've heard stories I've heard stories about John Jones, about people going into, spar with John Jones, and it's just an ordinary day for John Jones, and he just totally waxes everybody. So I mean, I heard those stories as well, man. So I will believe it. Gon was getting ragged by Imarov. Yes, Mike is from North Manchester. Yes, he is. Yes, he is. Is Jones versus Alex best fight for real? Look, Jones versus Alex is very interesting, man. I'm very much interested in seeing it. Uh, what about Ilya versus Patty? Who wins? Ilya versus Patty? Ilya Taporia. Ilya wins that fight. I don't think Patty the Batty gets out of the 2nd or 3rd. Somebody says, "What the hell?" I'm not surprised about John. Shame he ducked Tom. Uh, you could call it ducking. You could call it ducking. Is he afraid to fight Tom Aspinall? I wouldn't say he's afraid. I think Tom Aspinall just didn't bring anything to the table, anything that was worthwhile for John Jones at least. Ilya all the way. I agree. Ilya all the way. Ilya beats Patty the Batty, guys. Point blank. Period. All right. But anyways, guys, I wanted to stay on here for a little bit longer to banter with you guys. But this is my UFC fight predictions for UFC 321, headlined by Tom Aspinall and Cyril Gahn. Like I said before, when it comes to my UFC fight predictions for 2025, I'm 238 wins and 158 losses. That's 238 wins and 158 losses. You already know what it is. We're going to continue getting these dubs as it goes on. We're going to finish strong, guys. Let me read this last one. He isn't afraid but doesn't want to fight young fighters. Maybe, guys. All right, maybe. But we shall see how everything unfolds for 2025 and going into this new Paramount deal for 2026, guys. All right, guys. You already know what this is. This is OE MMA TV. I'm your host, OE. Like and subscribe if you are new to the channel. It takes minimal effort to give me the thumbs up, so you might as well do it. Thank you for supporting independent MMA media, guys. And like I always say, this is your channel. The only channel where the fans come first, not last. All right, guys. I'm out of here. Until next time, peace.